Welcome everyone to a night of sim racing action. My name is Thomas Jacobs, and tonight we have the second round of the GPVWC Formula Challenge Series. Tonight we are at the Sepang track in Malaysia, and well, it's going to be a very interesting race, or set of races I should say, since we do have indeed two this evening. Joining me today is Tom Parker. Say hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
And alongside us is the cameraman, Lewis Redshaw. Say hello.
Hello.
Right lads, we have an interesting event for us this evening. Very hot track, very hot temperatures, and we have a very close grid from what we can see in practice.
I've seen quite a few people going quite fast. I haven't actually checked live races or anything, but from what I can see so far, it's looking pretty close. We've got Mr. Burlak. Sorry if I've said your name wrong. Looking very quick, obviously an FSR hero in some eyes. Tanskanen, Mr. Holmes looking quick, Mr. Johnson looking quick, obviously our race winner from last time out. Yeah, looks close.
Indeed, I believe, is it Jonathan Holmes? He took pole last time out in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if he's beaten here today. Also we have the results from, of course, last round, and the standings overall. At the moment, James Johnson is leading the constructors by 5 points to Robert Wiesemuller.
Constructors? Do you mean drivers?
Drivers, sorry, did I say constructors?
You said constructors. Johnson is leading the constructors but on his own.
So
yes.
I do apologise. In third in the drivers is David Junt, 8 points behind Robert Wiesemuller. Scott Beresford in fourth. Then for fifth we have Jack Nichols, and sixth we have joint sixth John Monroe and Jonathan Holmes. In the constructors this time we have THR leading with Tanskanen Racing 3 points behind, then a big gap of 40 points to Enterprise GP in third. By the looks of it, THR and Tanskanen are just going to pull away with it again this weekend. Well, this not weekend. This round.
This round, weekend, it's the same thing. But yes, if Aurora can get their nose in with Mr. Burlak there, and Proline looking pretty good as well, Thomas Fadler, Virgil, Zederic, Airstream, I mean, it's got quite a few teams up there, so ought to be fun.
Indeed. We've also been notified of the penalties from last round. Sam Johns has a 10-place grid penalty for failure to queue in pit lane, the same as Roy Verzil. I hope I got that correct, who also has a 10-place grid penalty for the same thing. Simon Smith for race 1, failure to use launch control, has a 20-second time penalty to his race 1 results. Hansko Mebius and Matthias Canapino, I hope I got that right, both have 10-place grid penalties for the same failure to use launch control in race 2. Then Simon Smith has a 10-place grid penalty for an avoidable contact in race 2, with John McLean also getting the same punishment, and Sam John's post-race collision in race 2 gives him a 20-second time penalty. We've just transitioned into qualifying. Gentlemen, is there any person who stands out or you'd like to see get pole this afternoon?
I don't know, as Franz Lopez decides to cut the entire pit lane, I think you can't look past Burlak. Obviously, Tallberg, I think, actually got pole out last, didn't he? Tallberg was on the pole, but span after one lap. So, but Tallberg obviously can't count him out, as Franz Lopez isn't going anywhere. That's really weird. But yeah, I can't look past Burlak myself.
Indeed, as the cars start making their way out of the pits and onto the track. I will also say we did see that last round that Jonathan Holmes, I believe it was, he did escape on track. He has not been penalised for continuing on like we thought was going to happen. So that is very interesting. And also I will say apologies if you can hear banging in my microphone. That is some housework going on at the moment.
That sounded so dodgy, but yeah, we'll ignore that. Oh yeah, so speaking about penalties, Junt was the other one not to get a penalty, which I found a bit surprising. Spin after race 2, a bit naughty, but I'm sure he would have just been given a warning, say don't do that again, slap on the wrist, etc., and away we go. quick update on the temperature. 40 degrees on track.
Oh, that's going to burn the tyres away.
Lovely and boiling.
We have found, because we both do Super Cup, which is on tomorrow night, that with these track temperatures, the option tyres do not last long. And since I believe this is a 15-lap race?
14.
Is it 14?
Yeah, 14 laps, one formation.
I will just check that.
But yeah, obviously, because they're only basically option tyres, aren't they? In Formula Challenge, you've only got one tyre compound. Basically, just using all options. And
yes, you are correct. It is 14 laps. I've just checked. Yes. We have found the option tyres to do...
Oh, Mr. Carter, he spun on the final corner. Just went to start his hot lap and he's completely ballsed it up.
He has... Okay, he was just probably checking launch control there to see if that works. Yes. So we do kind of anticipate maybe a pit stop from some people. Who some of the quicker guys who burn out their tyres a lot quicker as well. Which is also going to mix up the field. We could see someone from the back leading the race at some point. That'll be very interesting to see.
Yes, well, I was talking to a couple of people earlier, and most say they can do it without stopping, but obviously some people will destroy their tyres. I mean, myself, I'm not very good with my tyres, I know some people aren't. So, people like, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but they will have to be careful. Or, I mean, a pit stop here will cost you a lot. Because you've got to go quite a long pit lane, quite a slow speed, so...
Indeed.
It's going to hurt. A lot.
I'm just checking, who's going to be the first person across the line? James Kirk.
Mr. Kirk.
He is currently near the end of Sector 2. He's just crossed the Sector 2 line now.
He has got someone right behind him, Mr. Matt Williams.
You are correct. Oh god, he's right up where he is.
It's Rick. I'm not sure if Rick's on the lap as well. I can't tell, but oh no, right, Rick's not. Rick pulls over, but Mr. Kirk is coming up to the final corner now to set the first time of the session. As track temperature now 41 degrees. Oh,
he's gone wide.
Oh,
he's pitted. Kirk has pitted, so that leaves Williams as the first person to set a time.
45.9.
Indeed it does, a 45.9.
Holmes, a 44.4. 44.3, sorry.
The times are coming thick and fast now. Everyone's trying to do the most amount of laps that they possibly can.
Yep, as my game crashes again!
You had that issue 2 weeks ago.
I did, don't blame me.
Oh, hello.
I'm racing.
I believe I did just see someone escape from the track. It was... who was it? Adam Osger. He did escape after doing a timed lap, I believe. Yes.
We get a slap on the wrist then when it comes to penalties after the race should be caught.
Petter Burlak now leads on a 44.2. Jonathan Holmes.
No rear wing, according to Mr. Redshaw. How? Burlak's done his time without a rear wing.
Oh, indeed.
That's
He has spun. What turn is that?
Ah, right. We see. Burlak. He must have had a braked after the line. And he's been rammed, basically. We don't know who by. But, yeah, he's on pole at the moment, so I'm sure he's not really fast. But it's only 0.08 or 0.07 ahead of Jonathan Holmes, so not really any room to... Oh, if he spins again, it's going to be risky getting back to the pits. Hasn't got any room to leave. Just say that's over, game over for me. He used to probably do enough time to keep that time safe as Holmes and co back to the pits now.
It just seems like everyone is going out, doing one time lap, then coming into the pits again.
Well, I mean, obviously, with our experience, we know that the tyres don't last very long here, so
yeah,
wouldn't surprise me if they are good literally just one lap and then back to the pits they go, so...
That's the problem with only having one set of, or one compound of tyre. Especially it being the softer one in GPVWC.
bit tricky as Warren goes back to the pits now from 11th place. Good job there from Ben. He's 11th place. He's quite confident earlier on, so we'll see how he does. See who else we got. John Monroe in 4th place, just going out again. Good job from Mr. Monroe, 45.2. He's the second off Burlack though, so Burlack just really laid down the gauntlet himself and Holmes. A whole 7/10 ahead of everyone else, Mr. Tolberg. Oh, there's a bit of a traffic jam at turn 1. Waiting for everyone to go past.
Let's have a look at Tolberg. He's just coming up. Yes, he is a 10th down in the first sector at the moment. Let's see if throughout this lap he can possibly get within Jonathan Holmes and Petter Burlack's time.
Obviously this track is a bit tricky to set up for, where there's a lot of high speed stuff, and then there's a lot of slow speed stuff, and then there's straight, and then there's S's, and then there's everything a setup person hates.
I was talking to some Formula Challenge drivers, and they were contemplating whether to go with low wings or high wings. I mean, low wings, since there's 2 massive straights, it would give them an advantage overtaking in the race, but also it gave them a disadvantage in the corners because you've got some long sweepers and some slow, tight corners as well. I don't know quite what they've gone for, but hopefully it works out for them in this evening's race.
Obviously, I mean, S2, Sector 2, you've got all of the long sweepers, and then race Sector 3 and Sector 1 are basically just a long straight with 2 corners. So it's hard to gain the time back, especially if you lose it in Sector 1 and you have gone with low wings. You lose about a second in Sector 2 because it's such a long sector. As Tolberg he manages to save it into the final corner. He is up on his time, still 6 tenths down on Burlack though. 45 flat from Tolberg. Not quite a PB, so goes on to another lap.
John Monroe pits from 4th place.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are struggling. Mr. Holm of ITC fame is in now 6th place as Virgil goes into 4th place with a 45.2. So the times are gradually coming down. Between 4th from Virgil and 8th place Lewis Travis, it's a 10th of a second. So it's tight. If you just get rid of the top 3, it's nice and tight.
Indeed, and I've just seen that Jonathan Holmes in 2nd position at the moment. In the first sector alone, he is a 10th and a bit up on Petter's time.
So that's a bit of a rode a bit too much curb there coming out of the second right-hander, but he has made it work. This is a very tricky corner here. It's very tricky to get traction down. Not sure if that's the case in the FC car. Yeah, there's a bit of a wobble, but saves it through the right. He's coming through to the final corner of Sector 2 now. Will he be up on Burlack's time still as he comes through?
No, he's down.
Half a second. I wonder if that double right-hander may have cost him. But obviously, there's a lot of time. If you muck up the S's, the left-right in Sector 2, the very first corners, it does cost you so much. Momentum and time and lines.
And especially out of the hairpin as well, if you can't get the right traction, it kind of unbalances the car for the short right kink, and you're kind of a little bit hesitant on the throttle coming off. As I just see Rick Scott in the gravel there on the final turn as Jonathan decides to pit well after that lap.
As Tolberg follows him and Matt Williams in. So with just over 5 minutes to go, Burlack on pole, Holmes 2nd, Tolberg 3rd. Looking like quite... well, looking sort of similar to the last race, but Burlack's obviously the one topping the times this week rather than Tolberg. Holmes in trusty 2nd place as Jarla's left the game. Bit of a mystery. No doubt we will see him back. Hanska Medius in 11th place. It was a good time for him for Enterprise GP. Franz Lopez in the night racing on 9th. Quite a good time from him as well. So I'd like to see some new names up there.
I was also just about to say that Franz Lopez is currently 4 tenths up on his personal best at the moment. See how he... oh god, he's only 2 tenths behind Burlack's time. Oh, he's gone very wide there, and into the wall, rear wing.
Going to be
does he decide
to get back?
He's going to continue on and try and make it back to the pits.
Hero.
Good man.
That's going to be tricky though. So like Burlack before, I mean, he hasn't got rear wing, so it's going to be very, very tricky. Shame, as he was on a very good lap, he probably would have put him up into about 3rd place, if not 2nd. Oh no, yeah, 3rd place.
Oh, Petter is half a tenth up on his fastest time, but he's just encountered traffic of David Carter in the middle of Sector 2. Oh, that's going to ruin his lap when he comes to the 2nd sector.
If he can get a slipstream down the back straight.
Bit of a touch there.
can't get impatient. You got to be patient in this game. I know, obviously, half a second up. Yep, great, but you can't just. You've got to keep it calm and make sure find the space.
He just bailed out of the lap. He went wide on the final corner of sector 2.
Went up long left. He only about 1 lap left in him. Unless he can manage to get the lap. Tries last for 2 laps if my game crashes again. Yes, he's got to be patient. Finding the right space on track when you come out of pits is vital, especially in Formula Challenge as well, because there's so many drivers. I mean, it's quite a long track, so you could get away with it. But obviously here we saw earlier about 10-car traffic jam at turn 1. It's tricky.
As we were talking about how many drivers we have in Formula Challenge, we currently have 37 drivers on the server at the moment, partaking in qualifying, as Tom Parker manages to get back in the game.
But yep, he's on the jacks now, so he's got time for 1 more hot lap, because he's got 3 minutes left to go. Holmes is out on track. I think he is on the out lap. No, he's just started his lap now.
Yep. Adrian Holm in the second sector is currently 3 thousandths up on his best at the moment. Coming around the final corner in sector 2. Currently sitting in 9th position.
Oh, there's a spinner there. There's that Mr. Lopez.
Yes, without a rear wing. See, this is an interesting thing when qualifying. Adrian Holm is 4 hundredths down on his time. Do you continue on with the lap, or do you pit in and try and get another run in later on?
Well, with the nature of this grid at the moment, I think it's worth carrying on, because look how close it is around him. He's only a 1,000th ahead, no, 100th ahead of someone and 100th behind. And
he goes 10th and a half quicker. Which puts him up to 6th.
Got up 3 places in a 10th and a half. A 10th and a half has moved up 3 places, so that just shows if you don't continue lapping, he'd be risking it if he went out now. So, but yeah, it just shows how tight. Oh, then Mebius goes up to 3rd place, 44.8. That's an impressive time from Mr. Enterprise GP man.
Jonathan Holmes' second is a 10th and a bit up on his best, and only less than a 10th down on Petter. He was a 10th up on Petter in the first sector.
But that may show he's got a quicker car.
Quicker straight line speed, indeed.
He will have time for another lap. I don't know if he's going to... I hope he doesn't see it. As he goes into the final corner now. Lovely, nice tight line there. Some people take it wider. There's a few ways you can take that line. But nevertheless, he is going for the line now. 43, 44. He can't... Yes, he's gone to pole position.
He's got pole with a 44.195.
Correct time. Where is Burlack in response?
He's just started his next lap.
So the question is, will Holmes have enough tyre left in him? I don't think. I think he has eased off. Yeah, he has eased off. So I'm not sure actually. It's tricky things about these cars. You can't tell if they're easing off or not. But Burlack coming through to kink now after turns 1 and 2. Faster time in sector 1, 27.008 from him. He is up. Oh, he's up by a massive 2 tenths nearly on his own time. So Burlack is on it.
We've also seen that Burlack is faster in the second sector, and him being 13 thousandths up on Holmes at the moment, he could gain a substantial gap margin at the end of the second sector. So we'll have to wait and see.
Disgusting actually, that was beautiful. Absolutely, he only lifted off a little bit. I'm sure that's car base, as Holmes has dropped off, so 21 seconds left, you definitely won't get another lap in. Burlack, short and sweet, look at that, into the hairpin, that very tricky corner. Coming into the final corner of sector 2 now. Where will his time put him? Oh, Holmes moves out of the way.
So look
at that, 3 tenths up on Holmes and 2.5 up on himself. So all he needs to do now is carefully navigate. This is a very tricky corner, this one. It's very tricky to get right. He has missed the apex a little bit, but oh, he's a bit twitchy on the edge. On the exit of that. Will that cost him? He is only half a tenth down, I believe. So as the countdown goes down to 0, Burlack onto the final corner of this lap. Oh, he's locked up, but he's going to make it work. He's got a brilliant exit out of that corner. Going for the line now, 40, 41. Will he get a 41-1 the 44-1 he desires? He has.
Yes, he does.
Flat. Lost 2 attempts in the final sector, but that does not matter one bit to him. 44.030 is your pole time at the moment, as Void Virgil has moved up into 3rd place.
I'm just looking around at the moment. The only person who could possibly challenge Burlack is Jesper Tolberg, who's currently sitting in 4th, but he's 3 tenths down in the first sector, but he's up on his time at the moment. He's got a good run through the double right-hander in Sector 2, coming up to the hairpin now. Nicely done. Can he get the traction put down? Yes, he can. Keeps tight to the corner, runs out wide. It's alright. It's alright corner that. Oh, he's a second down. I don't think he'll be challenging for pole position at the moment.
Yeah, we have a dodgy final sector did Burlack. So if he can improve his final sector, it will give him a bit of a buffer to Mebius and a couple of drivers behind him. And maybe if he can magic 3 temps out of the air, he could probably get version as well. But well, that's just in a 2.5, isn't it? So we'll see. As he comes down to the final corner now. Heavy braking zone. Very a couple of lines.
No, he's pitting.
Yeah, he's had enough of that. Can't be bothered. Ready to quit? No, not ready to quit.
I think that's just about everyone done for qualifying at the moment.
Yeah, jump's finished. I suppose that's it.
Yep. So we have our grid. Peter Burlack on pole, with Jonathan Holmes directly behind, Roy Verzil, then Jesper Tolberg, Hansko Mebius, John Munro, Jonathan, James Johnson, I do apologise, Adrian Holm, Lewis Travers, then Ben Warren round out the top 10.
Ben Warren up to 10th, he managed to get that on the last lap. Well done, Ben. Pushed Junt down to 11th, so not a bad grid. And if you take the top 3 away, it's only half a second between 4th and 12th, so it is nice and close.
Indeed. It's a lot closer than it was 2 weeks ago in Melbourne, with the top, bloody hell, even the top 30 within 3.5 seconds. It's going to be a very interesting race, especially if some can make it without stopping.
It will be. I mean, the stop will take you quite a long time. We have got the results from the Open Series. How Bennett got 3rd, I will never know. After you saw his start. Damn! But yeah, enough about him. Bruno Sousa Ferreira is your winner for Malaysia. Doesn't say how much he won by though, so I will just see if I can find that information soon. But Benedictus
Pinky Vicious.
There we go.
I believe that's how it is.
From he's in second place. Second place. Scott Bennett in 3rd after a dreadful start. Florio Callan is in 4th. Sandeep Chodha, who's a newcomer to the league, is in 5th. McLean 6th. Mason 7th. Timu Valkajavi something. Sorry, is 8th.
Valkajavi?
Yeah, Valkajavi is 8th. Florian Engel 9th. Tomislav Sveben is 10th. Chris Williamson 11th. Van der Vood 12th.
I believe it's pronounced Van der Wilder.
Right, yeah, that. Kyriakos Vardiankis is in 13th. Yari Brapasha is in 14th. And Shane Berkeley, only retirement, in the 15th place. 15 people, that's a lot more than we had in Australia, so that's pretty good for people to have a look at.
Indeed, and if you'd like to get involved with GPVWC, please head over, or you could head over to gpvwc.com. And if you're watching live on the stream, you can tweet us at GPVWC and also use the hashtag GPVWC as well.
Bring your questions in, we'll see if we can get as many questions as we can. As our cameraman goes for pudding, I wouldn't mind some of that myself. Simon Smith in the chat, very happy, only 3.5 seconds off pole. Well done, Simon. We know how much that means for you. Sam Jones, well done too, mate. Best car, you got pole. Burlack thinks he's going to crash. Yeah. Lovely. It's going to be hot if my GitHub has crashed. Can't see how hot it is on the temperature, but yes, it's going to be an interesting race. Very interesting.
Ambient temperature 33 degrees Celsius with track temperature 40 degrees.
Not cold, is it?
No, too. I hope it's not like this for tomorrow's racing, otherwise we are in a bit of trouble.
Yes, well, obviously, yep, just to remind everyone, Super Cup, tomorrow you can join James Kirk and Lewis McGlade for the action from Malaysia from about 7:30.
Yeah.
In the evening, and then obviously Big One Super League on Thursday night with Simon Smith.
Also on Saturday evening, around 5:30 PM GMT, we have the GPVWC Masters Series, the opening round, which is the full Daytona 500 NASCARs.
Yep, NASCAR action. That is going to be hilarious to watch. I can't quite confirm who's commentating yet.
No, but I can confirm that I will be driving in it if I pre-qualify. There is currently pre-qualification going on. That will wrap up late Friday night.
Yep, 43 drivers, 500 miles. It's going to be bloody hilarious if you ask me. It's a shame I can't make it, but you know, otherwise it's going to be fun as we've got 2 minutes left to warm up. Everyone having a bit of chat, practicing their starts.
You didn't take part in the practice race that happened
No.
Saturday gone. It was great fun, 40 laps, you know, a fifth of the distance. Private qualifying. I
All of the
decided to
accidents?
start
All of the accidents?
There was about 3 accidents, 2 really caution-worthy.
Okay,
But,
yeah.
yeah, I managed to go from 21st to 6th, so I'm very happy with that. And plus it gave us, me and my team, some valuable data for the actual event.
Yep. Oh, well, I've actually crashed again. But yeah, yes, that's going to be an interesting one. 500 laps, 500 miles.
200 laps.
Drivers, 200 laps. It's going to be fun. Obviously, we'll have full cautions as well, won't we? So
Yes.
we'll have Simon Malouche as our safety car driver extraordinaire. It's going to be fun. So yes, join us on Saturday at 5:30 for that hilarity. Got a couple of minutes left to warm up.
Yes, just over a minute to go before we line up for the race. The first race of 2 this evening. The second race has a reverse grid of
16 to 20.
16. No, it's 15 to 20, isn't it?
One of them. I'm sorry, guys. We should know this. We've been doing this for a couple of. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. I should know.
The top 15 are automatically reversed, but it's a random number generator between 15 and 20 to depict who gets pole position.
Okay, so for example, if you finish 20th, don't be disheartened. You could still get pole position because we're nice people here. We're nice. We'll give you a chance.
I believe we have a quick question from Andreas Walters. Let's talk back markers. Which driver will make the most positions between the start of the race and the finish?
Smithy! Come on! Smithy has actually got a grip on it, so anything above will make sure he gets up. Oh shit.
I'm just having a look. Who would I pick? I'd have to go with Wopke Hoekstra, sitting in 25th at the moment.
Hoekstra, let's have a look. Yep, he's quite a quick driver, Hoekstra. He shouldn't be that far down, so definitely one to look up. Wixie as well, 24th. That's a surprising one for him. Yeah, I'd definitely say Wixie or Hoekstra. They could probably make up a few places, but then he is right in the middle there, so potential for a bit of carnage.
Indeed. Warm-up has just finished. Everyone's just wishing each other good luck in the chat, and we're just waiting. Go into race.
It's going to be fun. Hollywood, sorry in advance. Shows how much confidence he has. Hollywood's obviously racing this time out for Velocity Racing. I mean, both drivers for Velocity are here today. That's a nice. Simon Smith actually out-qualified his teammate again. I think he's going to be very happy with himself.
The grid's just being set, and we should be transitioning into the race any moment now.
I'm 30 minutes on the grid, not that I plan to race.
Quick question for you, Tom.
Yes.
Who do you think is going to win?
Burlack. As long as he keeps his tyres intact, he will win.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
And here we go for the first race. Everyone just starts. Is everyone lining up on the grid yet, or?
A couple of people. Oh, someone's not ready in time for the race. Oh dear. Holmes and Burlack aren't on the grid yet. Oh, Torberg's on the grid, so yep, they've started lining up.
Oh yes, we do have quite a lot of cars on the grid. I can't really see because Petter Burlack has not yet gone out. He's only got 6 seconds. Same with Holmes. There they are.
By the way, off they go. What is the temperature on track?
39 degrees Celsius. Right, let's go through the grid, shall we? On pole is Petter Burlack from Jonathan Holmes. Jesper Tolberg is third, with John Munro fourth. James Johnson 5th. Adrian Holm 6th. Lewis Travis is 7th with Ben Warren in 8th. David Junt 9th. Fran Lopez 10th. 11th is Thomas Fadler. 12th Terence Gretsch. 13th, Roy Verzil. Can never get his name right, can't we?
No, but he also had a just a quick note. Sorry, he had a penalty as well, so that's why he dropped down to 13th place.
14th is Timu Toika. 15th, Hansko Mebius with Santiago Niza in 16th. 17th, Pedro Gomez. 18th, Paul Joseph. 19th, Matthew Williams. And 20th, Matthew Klipp. Would you like to do the second half of the grid, Tom?
Go on then. Mike Schroten is in 21st for Racing Team Schroten. 22nd is James Kirk for Baswick Grand Prix. 23rd, Ben Haxon. One to look out maybe at the start, but this one is certainly one to look out for at the start. Mark Wicks in 24th place for Katana Motorbike. A good race out last time. Can he improve? Walker Hoekstra, winner of the race last year in Monaco, so can he show us a bit of potential? No, Melbourne, sorry, not Monaco. Philip Morby, 26th place for Playseat Racing. David Carter, 27th for Enterprise GP. 28th place is Victor Silva for Team Proline. Pelkonen for Viking Races in 29th, and Adam Osger is your 30th place man. Marco Vandenbroek is 31st. Ollie Woods for his first start this year is in 32nd. Ben Willis is in 33rd. Tommy Ojala 34th. Sam Jones 35th. And rounding off your grid for today is the one and only Simon I Love You So Much Smith.
In that back marker brigade car, living up to its name.
Wasn't all his fault, he did get a penalty, but yeah, he came on to see earlier today, it's completely my fault, so no harm done there. So we have got 36 riders.
Yes.
A couple down on last race, as Burlack is now coming onto the final.
Actually, I think we had just over 30 last race. We had some that didn't turn up, I believe.
Either way, 36 is pretty good. Can't complain, as Burlack is now pulling into his grid slot.
Indeed. I don't know why he's warming up the tyres. I'm sure the track will do that.
Well, he has got to sit there, so...
Yes, for quite a while.
Quite a while as well,
Where's Simon Smith? He's just approaching the final corner. So as...
Game crashes again.
You're not having good luck with your game, aren't you?
No, it's something to do with spectating and alt-tabbing out, but I'll be fine for tomorrow.
Just don't do it then.
Yeah.
Why don't you have it windowed mode?
From hardcore. What's the action? Anyway.
We're getting ready to go. The lights should be... Oh, there is the first light. We have 2, 3, 4, 5... And we are racing! Oh, Jonathan Holmes gets a brilliant start. Jumps Burlack straight away. Oh god, the whole field is going absolutely side to side at the moment. But Jonathan Holmes is leading into the first corner. Burlack currently trying to go around the outside with Jesper Tolberg trying to attach James Johnson. So it is Jonathan Holmes leading at the moment from Burlack and James Johnson. Jesper Tolberg, I'm looking back, there seems to be no instance at the moment.
That is good.
Oyala at the back, he might have had a bit of an instant getting away from the line.
Okay, yep, so Pelokan, Simon Smith up to 34th, so Ojala, he's got his wings, so he's around, but Matthew Klipp has retired from the race. Just a DNF for me, so that looks like a bit of a odd incident for him. Shuffling up to look at the grid. David Junt up to 6th place. So I don't know where he started, but he wasn't up in 6th. So good start from Mr. Junt, as Burlack is actually taking the lead back from Holmes. So Burlack now leading and going to try and take away from Mr. Holmes. Johnson 3rd, Tolberg 4th. Matthew Klipp has left the game, so that confirms his retirement. Holm and THR boys doing good job in 5th and 6th. Where's James Johnson? He seems...
James Johnson's currently 3rd.
Ah, 3rd! That's why I couldn't see him.
Hidden under all your names, was he?
I'm just wondering something else. But yes, coming out to the end of lap 1, Burlack, Holmes, Johnson all separated by less than a second on the track. So Burlack's got a bit of a train behind him at the moment.
With Tolberg and Adrian Holm having a look at Tolberg right in his slipstream. Does he have the pace to make a move into turn 1? As Tolberg goes defensive, and Holm, he's got it. He's on the inside, but he's on the outside. Oh no, he's ahead going into turn 2. Great move.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag back here. There's someone off in the background. Who is that? Come on. It's Munro. Munro and Williams had it coming together, I think, going into turn 1. and it looks like they have bashed wheels. Yeah, I think there's a bit of smoke there. Might be over some.
Peter Borlak is only half a second ahead of James Johnson, who is currently third.
Oh, Munro stops and Ojala has... Oh, Munro is out. Ojala spun trying to avoid him. And it's caused a bit of mayhem back there. Yep, so Munro out for suspension damage. Looks like there's much he could do. But James Cook looks like a bit of a mare as well. He's down.
Yeah. Down in 35th position. Has he pitted? Yes, he has indeed pitted for new bodywork, by the looks of it. That would explain why he's down at the back of the field at the moment. But with 13 laps to go, I'm sure he can make up a few places through incidents.
So we go on to lap number 3. Perlack, still he's got a bit of a second, he's got a bit of a gap now back to Holmes, just under a second, but Holmes has got that higher top speed. You can see if you look on the live timer, Holmes is slowly gaining on the straights.
Adrian Holmes just spun going into the final turn. He's gone from 4th position down to 7th, and he may lose even more as he's got a slow exit off the corner. He's being attacked by Ben Warren at the moment, who seems to be going for the inside line. Can you make it stick?
Oh, he's gonna. I know Ben will back out of that.
Yeah, he has indeed backed out.
Oh yes, nearly tapped the back of Fadler, but while he's moving up and Ben didn't want to force anything, pick his moments if he can. Junt making his way up the grid nicely, back into 5th place. He's struggling a bit in qualifying this Junt, but when it comes to the race, he can certainly pull off some impressive stuff. And Johnson is now all the way to the back of Holmes. Will there be any team orders? I don't think they'll be this early, but Holmes looks like he's struggling a little bit.
Peter Borlak at the front has a 1.2 second gap over Jonathan Holmes in 2nd, who is currently being harassed by his teammate James Johnson in 3rd. Jesper Tolberg in 4th, David Junt in 5th, with quite a gaggle of cars from 6th to... God bloody hell, back down to 5th. Well, 15th. We've all got a shot at grabbing that position, technically.
Yeah, they're all quite close together. As Junt is starting to get more back on Tolberg here, so this could be an interesting battle for 4th place in the next couple of corners.
Depends how he gets how the exit is coming out of this penultimate corner. You get that wrong, it reduces your speed down the straight, which would give Junt the run. It seems he's got a good exit and he's got the pace to outrun Junt.
Yeah, so Tolberg got an even better exit at that corner. He really lined the car up well coming out, so he defends for now. And Tolberg is taking a wider line into these corners and it's given a sweet exit.
6th and 7th, Thomas Fadler and Adrian Holm are currently trading places down the back straight. They were side by side for most of it. And, well, it looks like there's a bit of contact there going into T1 with Ben Warren and Lewis Travers behind.
Travers got a bit twitchy, but he managed to save at Holmes all over the back of Fadler. Cannot find a way past. It's given Ben and Lewis an amazing chance to try and catch him up.
It's also given David Junt quite a bit of breathing space for him to make manoeuvres on Jesper Tolberg.
To go to Holmes, is he going to make a move into this right-hander? He's going to try it. Oh, he pushes him off into the curb. Bit cheeky, but nothing wrong doing. Absolutely defending that place for his life is Thomas Fadler in 6th place. Ben Warren is keeping with him. Oh, he goes a bit wide there. Is Mr. Travers going to punish him? No, he's going to... Oh, but Ben has gone very wide. Lewis is going to try at the inside and nothing Ben can do. And that is 8th place for Lewis Travers. And Holm has another look. Oh, Ben's going around the outside. If he can make this work, that's impressive.
You might have better traction. There seems there is a nasty bump on the inside which can unsettle the car.
Yeah, but Lewis pushed him off a little bit cheeky once again, but nothing wrong doing. And Lewis now up into 8th place.
At the moment we have 3 retirements. The first one was Matthew Clipp, then we had John Munro and Ben Willis, who have both retired from suspension damage.
We've got 11th from 12th place, Gretsch and Meebis. Meebis is lining up a move, going down the back straight. On the outside, looks like Gretsch's got absolutely no answer for him, as that's someone just up ahead of the action there, making a pass. Can Meebis stick around the outside? What a move. Meebis well done up into 11th place. And we've also got Oh, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. All of the battles. Fadler and Holmes side by side for 6th and 7th. Can Holmes get the move done? No, he can't. Fadler breaks later, but Holmes is going to have the inside. Can he stick it around the outside? Good.
But he's got the outside for turn 2.
He's going to have an
That's the
excellent
cutback.
What a cutback. He's going to have the outside for this kink though, but he will have the racing line going into the next corner, but Fadler just takes it from him for this time being. Brave man to go around the outside there. Can't quite do it. Oh, someone breaks. Breaks himself.
That was Travers defending from Warren in.
Oh, Fadler's off! Fadler's huge off!
And he has retired.
There's no way he's going to get that car
from
back.
Yes, he has ripped a wheel off the car. That is
really unfortunate.
I'd like to see what happened there. Where is he
See
currently?
if there's any contact. I'll see it on the position from Holmes. Oh, what's it?
Yes. Oh, there's. Yeah.
So it looks like. Should we take a replay?
It was a semi-pit maneuver. Just
The
kind
Fadler's got his wheel straight. Yeah, it's sort of a bit of both, really. Can't
Yeah.
really pin the blame on one person. One was trying to break the racing line. One was. It's a close one, that one. But Fadler, huge shame. Good, doing a great job in 6th place, but now Holm up into 6th.
Now it also moves everyone else up in the grid, since
Well, yeah,
Padler has retired from the race.
everyone from 6th down anyway. Has even got here? No. Yeah, so it's actually bumped everyone up a little bit. So Adrian's got a bit of a gap to Lewis, he's got a bit of a gap to Ben, who's Roy Virgil. Oh, a bit of a wide line there, man. There's an apex there, go for it! As who's his pink car? Timu Toyko is still behind Terence Gretsch in 11th and 12th place. He's got the slipstream, but he's still a bit too far back to make anything work. As Burlack up front is absolutely chancing it.
You know, we were
1.5
talking
second lead.
in the warm-up about who was going to climb the most places, and I said Wopke Hoekstra. He's currently sitting in 17th position after starting mid-20s, I believe.
Simon Smith 27th from 36, plus 9. Come on!
Let's see after the race who's made up the most positions, and then we can report that back to all of you watching.
If you do want to contact us quickly, obviously at GPVWC on Twitter with the hashtag GPVWC, get your questions in. Who's been your favourite driver so far? What do you think of the Holman Fadler incident? Obviously, I think you've seen it a couple of times. What do you make of it? So, that'd be interesting to see what your views are on that. As we've got Toyka and Gretsch, 11th and 12th. Toyka, Gretsch has gone wide in the double right-hander in Sector 2. Will Timu have a go? He's a bit too far back, but Gretsch is going defensive. This will give Timu the racing line into this tricky hairpin. So, Gretsch, there's a bit of a bump on that inside, as you said earlier, Tom. So, he's held it well, so Gretsch, no position has changed at the moment. We're a bit wobbly onto that corner, though, into Sector 3.
Yeah, Gretsch will keep the position for the moment, seeing as you were saying about Timu Toyka being the Race of Champions champions. I think he'll get past pretty sharpish. Seeing as he's right up the chuff of Gretsch at the moment, down this long straight, he's going to have a massive toe, but does he have the top line, straight line speed? He's pulling out. They're pretty much side by side for 11th position.
Timu breaks a bit earlier than Gretsch, but he's going to have the beautiful cutback going into the first corner. If he can make this work, beautiful. Bit of switch, but he does have these slipstream. We've got battle up ahead as well. Who's this? Virgil is in the tail of Warren, but quite close enough to make. I saw that. But yeah, he's a bit too far back. What's Toyka going to do? He's going to try to go on the outside.
He's going to try another cutback.
No, it's a bit. Can't quite make it work into this corner. Good defending from Gretsch. Timu, that's a tap. You don't want to do that. No harm done, though. But it's the closest battle on track at the moment, actually, between Gretsch and Toyka. It's actually be petered out a bit now. Matthew Williams in the pits. Is that for tyres or what? I don't quite know.
26th position.
It's gone for
Well,
tyres.
there's a tyre change.
So yeah, we're right. Not all drivers can make the distances. Look at this battle between 7th, 8th, 9th place. Travis, Warren and Virgil.
Pelkonen has also pitted alongside Matthew Williams.
So it's quite a few places, quite a few people looking at doing a stop.
So I was just looking at Peter Brolak, and he went quite wide at the end of Sector 2, got onto the curb in the double right-hander after the hairpin.
Yeah, but look at that, he's still free, still got a nice 2.5 second gap over Holmes. So
2.1, yes.
he can afford. It's very wide actually. Look at that. I think he might be struggling with tyres. He seems to be really struggling. He's lost a second to Burlack and Holmes in the last couple of corners. So seems to be struggling, but Holmes has got a nice 3 second back. So it's everyone's a bit far away from each other. Junt has never really made any impact on Tolberg. Last few laps, Holmes a few seconds back, but it's really 7th, 8th, 9th, the closest battle between more than 2 cars. This team with Toyka 11th, 12th has got in slipstream again, but he's still too far back to make anything work.
Oh, Ben Warren broke a bit early into the final corner and got a bit sideways by the looks of it, which slowed him down, and Roy Verzel went up the back of him.
Naughty.
Thankfully there was no damage to both of their cars.
Toyka is in a beautiful slipstream. Is he going to dummy? He's going to run the outside again. Can he make it work? Second time round, Gretsch breaks later. Once again, it seems like Gretsch has got the higher downforce. He seems to be able to get away in the middle sector, and when it comes to the final one, lose out a little bit. Oh, Timu, that's a spin. Oh, good save. He's got Paul Joseph right up behind him now. Can Joseph make anything of this? I don't quite think so. I think Timu should be a little bit too eager going into these corners, but nevertheless, he's still in 12th place.
We've had another pit of Philip Morby down in 24th position, exiting the pits now. We've had 3 cars pit. Let's see if we have any more. With only 50% of the race done, 50% left.
Yeah, so will anyone take the chance to take pits? As Tom's is actually closing in on Burlack quite quickly. It's only 2 seconds off now. Burlack, that's a... How did he break on that? But yeah, oh, he's going very wide. I think that's probably lag on my part, but... Yeah, it's lag on my part. That old Burlack's lagging like hell.
Yeah, his ping's around
400. Oh, well, he's gone back down now. But
yeah, I was going to say 200 for me, but
he's now got a ping of 1. I'm not sure if that's good or not.
Lower the ping, the better. But I don't
think. If anyone wants to go to Twitter and tell me, be my guest, because I ain't got a clue. As Warren goes wide, and Virgil is now passed. So that's 8th and 9th place. Swap Virgil and Warren.
Hansco Mebis in 10th, hot on their heels.
So yeah, look at that. Holmes is only a second and a half behind Burlack now. So he is gaining very
really caught up. But looks of it, Burlack's tyres have started to go off. If he was going to pit, this would be the prime time to pit. But continues on for another lap at least.
Joseph is in the slipstream of Toyka, 12th and 13th place. Toyka, that incident has really cost him. He's fighting Joseph for only a few points, but those points will mean prizes at the end of the season. Joseph late. The team seems to be struggling a little bit on the brakes at the moment, but he manages to get it stopped and manages to get it turned in. Lovely little message on the rear wing there. Why walk? Roll. Yeah. But Joseph has still not managed to get past Toyka for the 12th place. As we go into this right-hander now. Entering sector 2. Can he brake later? He's going to go for it, I think. Brakes a bit too early, a bit cautious, but nevertheless. Good idea from Joseph. Don't really want to try to take it to that corner. It does tighten up on the exit, so... Tricky corner, that one's overtaken.
And again,
you go.
I was going to say, and again, like on the hairpin, there is a nasty bump as Toyka runs wide. But he's got a big enough gap to make it up. Around this double right-hander.
You're being boring, come on, someone tighten up. The top 7 are all separated by about 1.5 to 2 seconds now. They're all on their own real race at the moment. Tolberg is actually catching Johnson a little bit every lap. He's just over a second behind now, so... Johnson looks like he could be struggling on his tyres as well as Holmes, a second and a half behind Burlack. He is catching him rather quickly.
Yeah, there's not really much going on. It's just kind of follow the leader at the moment. It's the sort of thing we'd expect from Monaco, not
Malaysia.
Yeah.
Although we could argue that it is about 45 degrees in Malaysia and the tyres are going nope. So everyone else, it's not one person struggling, everyone's having a bit of a struggle. So
I guess it's all the slowly catchy monkey sort of thing.
As you say, as John Holmes is set fastest lap of the race, so he's catching Burlack and he's catching him quick. Less than a second now, or just over.
Exactly 1 second at the moment.
So Holmes is on a mission. Obviously, last race out, he spanned from the lead, didn't he, and gifted James Johnson that win. So
indeed, he did.
Holmes is going for his maiden win.
Yes, he got second place in the first race of Melbourne.
And then he loaded a default in the second race and still managed to, he had a bit of a terror, but trying to bounce back here, he's losing a bit of time, but then remember from qualifying, Burlack had the higher wing, so seemed to be quicker in sector 2. He has put out a tiny bit of a gap, 1.5 seconds now, entering the hairpin. Philip
Morby in 24th position has spun final corner. Is he missing a front wing? Yes, he is.
So that'll be Morby into the pits for the second time this race.
Oh, there's a move, 26th and 27th, Matthew Williams and Marco Vandenbroek. Matthew Williams takes the inside, is now right up behind James Kirk in 25th position.
Torberg's catching Johnson quite. Oh, Johnson's gone very wide and going onto the back straight. That's going to give Torberg a huge advantage. He's only half a second back now, going onto this back straight between third and fourth. So Torberg is just going to sit there in the slipstream. Can he get a better exit? He's gone for the wider exit. Brilliant setup there. Can he get traction out of the corner? Johnson's got quite a good traction as well. He's actually managed to gain time out of all that. So good move. He's actually just set his personal best as Torberg. So less than half a second now. Travis Virgil. Oh, look at this. It's going to be close. Warren's not too far behind. Side by side for 7th and 8th place. Travis nose ahead, but will Virgil make the overtake stick going to the first corner? Who's going to break later? It's Virgil. Oh, he moves over. Cheeky,
bit of a touch.
Virgil. Oh, got the inside for this corner. Well, good idea. Backed off on the apex. Travis had to back up himself, and he has just got ahead Virgil. So it's Virgil 7th place, but will Travis make a move on the inside? He's going defensive, but breaks later. He can't quite make a stick. So 7th place is retained.
Them battling, Ben Warren's managed to catch up and is right on behind them. If Virgil and Travis make a mistake on how they're coming together, that will give Ben Warren 2 positions. Jesper Tolberg and James Johnson down into the hairpin, having a go at one another. Tolberg couldn't make it stick. He is about half a second behind Johnson, but within slipstream distance. Also looking, Jonathan Holmes is within a second again of Petter Brolak. I did see earlier on in the lap he was 0.6 behind, but it seems to be that second sector that is not helping him at all.
Fran Lopez had a bit of an incident in 21st place. He's had a bit of a merry-go-round incident. Off he goes, but back onto track safely now. If you look onto the live timings, if you look at Holmes and Burke, on the straights, it's just going down and down and down. He's gone from 1.1 down to 0.8 of a second just in a quarter a straight. So
yeah, well, it's slipstream, isn't it? Like it's down to 0.6 now between them, but it seems to be the corners where Holmes just got no real turn-in and grip. Of course, that's where most of the overtaking opportunities are going to be throughout this lap.
Also, Harmon Junt, 5th and 6th place THR teammates, very close now, just half a second between the boys. Oh, Warren goes up the inside. Travis can't quite make a stick. Very ambitious there from Warren, but didn't quite see that corner of my eye. God blimey, where's he come from?
And Roy Virgil's just kind of gone off down
away.
The road a bit. Yes, he has gained a second and a half.
Travis he's made a stick.
I was just about to say that Travis must have made a mistake, which backed up into Warren.
Very possible. Didn't quite see it on camera, but we'll see what's happening up front. Then we've got Burlak still in the lead from 1.2 seconds.
They are catching traffic of Philip Morby in the Playseat racing car.
And Torbo's catching that Tanskin car of James Johnson. He's only half a second behind now. Really, really close stuff going into the last few laps of the race. Morby gets out of the way nice and cleanly. Now, but all Torberg needs to do is get a good. Oh, look at that! Torberg got an amazing corner there, but Johnson's got a better exit, so he will gain time due to that better exit. He's got better straight line speed, but here comes Torberg. He's going to slipstream. He's now reducing that time down slightly, ever so slightly. Takes a very wide line going into that corner, but he has got a brilliant exit. But Johnson seems to get the inside line working on that final corner, so he's managed to. Still gains time on it.
The gap between first and second still within a second of each other. Seems that no matter what Jonathan Holmes can do, Brolax has got an answer to it.
Battle for 19th place, Oscar has made a mistake and Wicks has just flown by, going onto the back straight. As Oscar actually is flying back, Oscar's not having any of that, it's straight back up the inside. Completely destroys him on top speed and off Oscar goes into the final corner. He's made a mistake, but
four-wheel lock up.
Wixie has got an answer for him. And that could potentially be a battle over reverse grid, so worth that place. It may not be a point, but it could be a pole position.
Which would give points at the end of the day, as long as they don't...
bin it.
Yes. I was just trying to find the correct word then.
Virgil's off. Virgil's gone off. Virgil's now down in 9th place. Virgil's must have had a bit of a spinner and off.
Tolberg in 4th, having a look at Johnson in sector 2. Very close, within half a second of each other again. It seems that there's no real places to overtake.
So Virgil just been heard. The Virgil span in turn 1, so cost him 7th place. Now he's now down into 9th place behind Ben Warren and Lewis Travis. He has actually overtaken these two once already this race. Virgil, a bit wide there. Coming into sector 3, but he's managed to get in. He's got Hanska Meebus behind him as well. Remember, Meebus actually did qualify 4th, I think, in the end, but penalty pushed him down. See how that develops as time goes on. How many laps have we got left of this beautiful race?
I would say this. I haven't. Now we're on the final lap. Final lap with Petter Brolak leading with 6th, 10th gap back to Jonathan Holmes, who has almost 8 seconds on his teammate James Johnson, who is currently being harassed by Jesper Tolberg.
Tolberg all over the back of that Tanskin racing car. Tanskin Racing would be in a great position to take lead in the Constructors' Championship. As it stands at the moment, Tolberg's still a bit too far back to make anything work. I'm not sure what the wings are like on these two cars, but Tolberg takes in a wide line into the corner and is given a bit of an extra 10th maybe, but not enough to make anything into these very tricky S's. Let's see the line. Johnson takes a tighter line and Tolberg sort of eases his way into it, and it's going to work for him. It's going to get him a better line. Look at that. Gains a bit of time, but obviously with the dirty air, it's not as great as he would like. Once again, a wide line into that double right-hander. What will Johnson do? Johnson's going to have to defend quite heavily here, going into the hairpin. What's Tolberg going to do? He's going to go to the outside. I know he breaks much later than Johnson. Can't quite make it stick though. Johnson's managed to push him out. Good defending there from Johnson, but we've still got half a lap here to go. Going into the final sector now. Johnson takes a wide line, but not as wide as Tolberg, who's gone lovely, brilliant. But we was going to have this very tricky corner for him, especially at the end of a stint. Lovely work by the two there. Tolberg's going to go inside. This is going to be brave.
Can he make it stick?
Oh, he touched it! Oh, I think that's going to be it.
Yep. Yeah, he's not going to get the toe down the straight. As we see Petter Brolak very, very close with Jonathan Holmes for the win of this race as we come across the checkered flag line for the first time. And race 1 is complete with Petter Brolak narrowly taking the win from Jonathan Holmes in 2nd position for Tanscan Racing.
Johnson third.
His teammate James Johnson in 3rd with Jesper Tolberg for Smile Power in 4th. Close between David Junt and Adrian Holm, THR teammates.
Oh, Meebus just beats Virgil to the line for 9th and 10th.
Cool. That was less than a 10th of a second. Wow. And Wopke Hoekstra in the slipstream with Ben Hackerson 14th and 15th coming across the line.
And there we have it. We've just got a few more people to finish now. Wicks and Oscar still battling over 19th and 20th place, but Wicks gets it at the death. Simon Smith, 23rd place. 13th place. That's quite a good rise for him.
I think that beats Wopke Hoekstra's. So I think your prediction of highest climber was correct.
Hey!
Waiting for the rest of the cars to cross the line now. We had 4 retirements in that race. Matthew Clipp, John Monroe, Ben Willis and Thomas Fadler.
And it is at the end of this race that I am off, so good luck boys. Good luck everyone on track. We'll be absolutely fine.
Don't go Parker, we need you here.
Good job. So goodbye everybody. Obviously keep, just quick plug. GPVWC at GPVWC or hashtag GPVWC. Tell us what you thought of the race. Have fun, and I'll see you all tomorrow when I'm going to be really, really bad at racing. Bye!
Have a good evening. So, will you be joining me, Lewis Redshaw? With commentary? He is currently gone to the toilet. He'll be right back. So, the end of race 1, we have the top 10. Petter Brolak, Jonathan Holmes, James Johnson, Jesper Tolberg, David Junt, Adrian Holm, Lewis Travers, Ben Warren, Hansko Mebius and Roy Virgil. Just looking at the top 2, Jonathan Holmes and James Johnson, both for Tanscannon Racing, that will give them a considerable boost to their championship contention with THR teammates David Junt and Adrian Holm separated from Tanscannon by Jesper Tolberg in Smile Power. Right, we should be going into race 2 warm-up, and we are just awaiting the reverse grid number between number 15 and number 20. That will tell us who is on pole position for race 2. James Kirk seems to be happy with P18, not within the points, but he is in a good position for the reverse grid. Not as much carnage as we're kind of expecting for retirements. 2 lapped cars, but everyone else all top 30 were finished on the lead lap. I've just been told that Lewis Redshaw is back. Welcome back, sir.
Hello, how are you?
And you will be joining me for race 2, am I correct?
Oh. Yes. Sure.
And in
Possibly go wrong.
And in response to your question, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, what? Yeah, fine, thanks.
You sound so
Mine's,
enthusiastic about joining me. Try and get
yeah, very. Been looking forward to it all day since I was told last night that we'd probably need to do this at some point. Thankfully, we managed to get a bit of experience in here with Mr. Parker for race 1, but you never know. We should be fine.
Indeed. Oh god, that's loud.
He's loud, isn't he?
Yeah, the Artifact Man is extremely loud. Yeah, and there is no way to mute him as my Artifact just decides to freeze. Okay.
I turn my speakers off, that's the only way. Best
yeah.
way. But if anyone would like to, take over the role of that guy and record something for us, then you're more than welcome to. Hashtag GPVWC. I see Adam Rouse is now starting his everlasting hatred of me by telling you that if you're watching the stream as I join, you may now leave. He's a lovely guy. Thank you, Adam, for that one.
Oh, you and Adam have such a history, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
If that's one way of putting it.
History of a couple of weeks when I made a joke about his team and...
Oh.
Yeah. Well, ex-team, I should say. They're not here anymore, unfortunately.
I can still remember that GIF he put in the forums of you.
Yes, it's still there.
He's very proud of it.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. He likes making GIFs and...
Top 20 reversed, I've just been told.
Oh, wonderful.
So that was down to... I can't...
Hang on, the results are in the TeamSpeak. Let me have a look. Yeah, they're in the TeamSpeak.
Yep.
20th was Adam Oscar. Congratulations.
So, Adam Oscar on pole from Mark Wicks, David Carter, Santiago Niza, Mike Schroten 5th, with 6th Wopke Hoekstra. So he's in a very good position. Of course, he made up about 8-9 positions from the start.
Indeed.
And I know that he is a very quick driver, so, you know.
Well, it's good we got some of those at GPVWC, of course.
Yeah, you being a Super League race winner yourself.
Wow, I don't like to brag, but yeah.
But you don't mind when people bring it up?
No, just don't bring it up myself.
So, just under 4 minutes of warm-up remaining before we get into race 2. Just having a quick look, we have no new tweets at the moment. My Twitter decides to kind of freeze a bit. But, yeah, it was interesting. I would have thought with the track temperature there'd be a lot more people pit stopping. We only saw... who was it? It was...
both place seats.
Yeah, Philip Morbiway had to pit twice because he took off his front wing, and Matthew Williams, and just trying to find...
Oh, it was, Oh, I know who it was.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the name going down the list.
Yeah, so am I. This is embarrassing.
I don't think
he left. Maybe he left.
Yeah, he's not in the show. That's why we're having trouble finding him.
Yeah.
I'll just look on the results. Palkonen.
That's the one.
That was it.
But I was talking to Scott Bennett before, and he's obviously taken part in the Open Series, and he didn't manage to get the tyres to last that long. So you obviously can do it. But obviously, we'll try and work out why the place seat guys and the others had to stop. But yeah.
I guess it might have been because they were kind of anticipating other people stopping, so they thought they would kind of
Possibly.
get ahead of the game and get a stop out. Yeah, but unfortunately they may have got that a bit wrong.
Oh well, you live and learn.
Indeed. Well, it gives them better information for race 2.
Yeah, don't pit.
Do not pit at all.
You're listening, Mr. Williams and Mr. Morby.
And Mr. Pelkonen.
And Mr. Falcone, if you're listening, you know he's not here right now. I don't know where he's gone, but maybe he didn't realise there was 2 races. We've had that before.
Have you?
Yeah.
It wasn't when I was around.
I can't remember what it was. It was. I had it a couple of times in the old Formula Challenge and stuff like that, where you had obviously when the first season, where people just quit after race 1 because they thought that was it. We used to have 3 races, I believe, for Formula Challenge as well.
3 races. Because I remember in 2012 you had like the current Super Cup format, where it's a feature race where you had to pit and a sprint race where you didn't.
It's changed a lot. I'm pretty sure we had a series where we had 3 separate races. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I could be talking rubbish. I don't know.
You're probably thinking back to ITC, which
ITC
finished not that long ago.
My favourite thing in all the world.
Commentating with Simon Smith.
There's no greater privilege other than commentating with you tonight.
Oh, you're just saying that to make me feel better.
Yep.
Oh, thanks. You don't meant to say anything. No,
I'm sorry. No, of course not.
No, you're a brilliant commentator.
Yeah, really enjoying it.
No. Also, this is my first time as lead commentator.
Yeah.
Some people thought it'd be funny to get me a bit more experience.
It's well, it's the best way to do it. I'm sure we'll be fine. Hopefully, normal service will be resumed for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Well, Bahrain.
2 weeks' time.
Yes, indeed. The one after that, the Chinese Grand Prix, I may not be available for.
Brilliant, right.
Yes.
So I'll be here on my own then, is what we're trying to say.
Well, I've got to move, I've got to get network set up and starting a new job, well, my first job.
Oh, did you get it? You didn't tell me.
I sent a Snapchat to you saying I received an email with a smug face.
Well, I didn't know what that meant. I thought it could be from your mum or something, I don't know.
Oh, okay, I'll let you know. I found an email from last Monday in my spam folder basically offering me the job.
Oh, I saw. Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
And real congratulations, and congratulations for having to look in your spam folder. What mail client do you use, if I don't mind? Don't mind me asking. What mail client do you use?
Yahoo.
Oh, there's your problem.
Thanks, I've had it for a few years and I'm not getting rid of it. Warm-up is just ended. We're just waiting for the grid line-up. Oh, grid has been lined up. Just waiting to go to race 2 though.
He's bloody quick that day, isn't he? There's one thing he does, and he does it right.
And there we go.
Look at that, on time.
Thank you, R-Factor Man.
Very, very loud.
I've just seen that Andreas Waters basically told us how many positions Simon Smith, Wopke Hoekstra and Adam Oscar made up. 13 for Simon, 10 for Wopke and 10 for Adam.
Thank you, Andreas.
Yes. Very good call.
Fancy playing along in Andreas' Super League prediction game, where you predict the results for the top 10. And then there's this sort of a championship going, which somehow Lucas Euler is still winning, because he wins everything. Then head on over to the forums and take part. I'm Car24. Put me in the lead, please, because it worked well last time.
As we go for race 2, I will do the first half of the grid if you don't mind doing the second half.
Oh, this is the first time I've done this.
Oh, do you want me to do the entire grid?
No, I'll give it a go.
Okay, I'll do the top 20.
You do it.
On pole is Adam Oscar for YTF1. Second is Mark Wicks for Katana Motorsport. David Carter in third for Enterprise GP, with Santiago Niza for Bastvik Grand Prix in fourth. Fifth is Mike Schroten for Racing Team Schroten. Sixth, Wopke Hoekstra YTF1. Ben Hackson for Viking Racing in seventh, with Paul Joseph Royal Blue Racing in eighth. Timu Toika for Velocity Racing in ninth, with Terence Gretsch for Katana Motorsport in 10th. Roy Verzil for Zederick Racing in 11th, with Hansko Mebius in 12th for Enterprise GP. 13th is Ben Warren for Racing Team Schroten, with 14th Lewis Travers Walk Racing. 15th Adrian Holm, do apologise, I got ahead of myself there, for THR, with his teammate David Junt in 16th. Jesper Tolberg for Small Powers in 17th, with both Tanscan drivers James Johnson in 18th and Jonathan Holmes in 19th. And 20th, Petter Broliak for Aurora Motorsport.
In 21st, we have Fran Lopez with Victor Silva behind him in 22nd. Simon Smith, that marker brigade, is 23 with Matthew Williams, or Chuggy. In 24th, for Playseat Racing with James Kurt behind him for Bastic Grand Prix. Smile Power is next with Tommy Ojala, Sam Jones behind him. 28th, we have Pelkonen, the guy who pitted last time that we couldn't remember, with Ollie Woods lined up behind him in the ever pretty Velocity Racing. Marco van der Broek is in 30th for the other back marker, with Morby behind him for the other place seat. 32nd, we have Pedro Gomez, with Thomas Fadler in 33rd. Ben Willis is 34th for Knight, with John Monroe for Araya Stream in 35th. Matthew Clipp, 36th for Royal Blue. Rick Scott, the final line-upper for JRT in 37th.
Just remember, I can't remember Rick Scott being in last race, so he might have been the person who didn't manage to join in time.
Must have been, yes. I didn't see him at all, actually.
That is very unfortunate. He was only a few seconds out, which is a great shame. But we have Adam Oscar on pole, just stopping in his grid box now, awaiting the 5 lights. Quite a long wait as the final cars are rounding the final corner.
They take forever, those cars,
Yeah.
sometimes. Never fun.
And the problem is, if you're starting on pole, your engine temperature rises, which can be...
And then you do a James Shepherd and turn it off and can't get it back on in time.
Oh god.
Then we get a Gangnam style Harlem Shake thing, don't we? Video from that.
3 lights are on, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are racing! Great start all around, and this seems to be... Oh god, I'm on the wrong bloody camera. David Carter attacking Oscar for first position down the inside, side by side. He's going to be on the outside for turn 2. Can Oscar hold it? A bit of contact there. Oscar keeps the first position. Sorry, I'm just all over the place at the moment. From David Carter, Santiago Niza. Ben Hackson in 4th for Viking Racing. Lot of... Oh, there was 3 wide going into turn 4. Oh, then we have a spin. Timu.
Oh, we got a throw!
Oh, collisions everywhere. I believe that's...
Was that Ben Warren?
It was also one of the Tanscannons involved.
Mark Wicks it was who rolled over.
Oh god, I did not see that.
Yeah, that was pretty fun to see. That's the second time then we've had a roll in race 2. 2 races, 2 weekends.
Adam Oscar still leading 0.3 of a second ahead of David Carter. Position changes, Ben Hackson and Santiago Niza battling for 3rd and 4th, with Mike Schroten and Wopke Hoekstra 5th and 6th.
First and second, we've got them very close together. They're side by side. Oscar's trying very hard to keep Carter behind him.
I think Carter might have the lead. Oh, Niza's almost went up the back of Carter then. He might lose a position to Hackerson. Oh god, Hackerson's being squeezed over to the right hand side but managed to pull it back. I'm going to change the camera position, helps while I'm not pressing the bloody number keys. Yeah, Oscar's managed to get quite a bit of a lead down the straight, 0.7 gap at the moment to Carter. We have more battles going on everywhere down the grid. Schroten in 4th position has managed to get past Hackerson, with Wopke Hoekstra defending from Terence Gretsch. Gretsch has got the straight line speed and got the move done before we even get down to the braking zone of turn 1. Goes defensive, and Hoekstra's going around the outside. Oh, he went the inside and almost touched the rear of Terence Gretsch right there. Managed to lose position. James.
We have a pass for the lead as well. Carter now leads from Oscar.
I told you he was going to get... Oh, Oscar's made a dive bomb down the inside and just run too wide. And David
he's going to struggle to get back on there. Dangerous.
Needs has managed to take 2nd position off Oscar because of Oscar's mistake. Where is last time winner at the moment? Broniak. Can't see Broniak within the top 10. I wonder what's happened to him. Peter Broniak is out. He's retired. He's retired.
Sorry, we completely missed that one. Oh, we got another spin.
Who's involved?
Ben Hackson. Oh, he's just been hit as well. Ben Hackson, we've got another. There's 3 cars now involved.
Oh,
Not going well at all.
Oh, Matt Clip's also spun down in 26th position. And he's dropping down. He got a slight tap.
Yeah, we've got one of the Simon Smith in the back marker brigades also gone round. So I don't know is it raining? No, it's not. Just
No,
a bit weird.
no rain. Track temperature is 41 degrees. It's the hottest it's been at the moment.
I bet they're loving it. James Johnson goes up the inside. Oh, we got a spin again. We got 2 spinners. What's going on here?
Oh, Oscar's just spun Nisa at the final corner. Oh, James Johnson just managed to get down the inside of that. That's This just seems like the second races just seem to have more carnage. Everyone's just got high testosterone levels or something. Going for it, Terence Gretsch. Second. Do apologise, just seen that I am on replay. No, I was only 5 seconds behind. But,
That's fine. I wondered then you might have then.
Yeah.
Fine now. We're all synced up and ready to go.
Yeah, it was only 5 seconds. It's not like it's 20 like it could have been.
No, that's true. Mebius and Hoekstra battle for 8th and 9th with Joseph in front and Nisa. Side by side. Very nice. Nice clean driving from Formula Challenge. That's what we like to see. Don't get it too often, but when we do, it's a welcome surprise.
Well, as soon as you get past the start, then it seems to be relatively.
Yeah, they seem
clear.
to spread out, these cars, despite them obviously not having much aero, as
Mebius down the inside of Hoekstra. Can he make it? Oh, he's
spun!
He got the power down a bit too early and he spun.
What's going on here today? Come on, guys. We had hardly any sort of spinners or crashes in race 1, and we've had about 10 already.
Yeah, I thought these cars were a little bit more, stable than last year. By the looks of it, it's not. As I've just seen that Philip Morby from 30th position is up into 13th. Great work, man.
Yes,
keep going. He's under attack from David Junt at the moment. Looks like John was going to give him a bit of a bump down the straight. Morby, bit of a top on Silver there. Manages to not spin him and keeps the position from Junt.
Johnson set the fastest lap.
Currently in 3rd as well. Actually up into 2nd through turn 1 on Terence Gretsch. Yeah, he's got that pretty well done. There's now a 1.5 second gap to Carter. I think James Johnson will get that done within the next couple of laps. I'm not saying Carter's slow, I'm just saying that Johnson's quick. What I was going to say earlier is that
Morby, Simon.
I was going to say that Peter Brunak has retired, but where is he?
Yeah, we did that one.
Adrian Holm in 22nd position. What is the person I'm looking for? I was looking for someone. They've just kind of gone off my radar now. Yep, it's just gone. Let's have a look down the field. 6th, 7th and 8th. Nisa, Joseph and Tolberg all in a line. Going down to the hairpin. Tolberg's having a look at Joseph. Break about the same. And Tolberg's managed to almost take both of them. But couldn't quite get all the traction. Has had to slot in behind Nisa. God, there's quite a train now. There's 6 cars from 6th down to 11th. Ben Warren. He's in a very good opportunity, very good place. There's 3 wide into penultimate turn. Hoekstra, Joseph, and Verzil. How they did not come together, I do not know.
By side action.
Yep, Joseph and Hoekstra for 9th and 10th position. Hoekstra. Ben Warren's gone down the inside of Joseph. But just couldn't get the power down.
God. He'll be hoping to roll his way through. Will Ben on this one?
That because of the walk racing, mate.
No.
Oh.
Nisa went slightly wide then.
Yes, he did.
Lost a place to Verzil.
Oh, and
Which just hitting him up the back. He's not happy.
I think Nisa just slowed down a bit too much in that corner, and Hoekstra just kept the speed and just.
He might be trying to get an undercut as James Johnson up the inside for turn 3.
Side by side with Carter. Carter's got the lead
will
for
only
now.
go one way, I'd imagine.
But it is for now.
Yes, very much for now. I'm not taking anything away from Carter. But Johnson's on a mission after this last race.
And he's done the inside.
Oh, nice defending. He's not giving him too much room, just enough.
It's all fair.
Oh, of course, yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
GPVWC rules do state that you have to keep at least 2 wheels within the white lines, but it's 2 wheels where curbs are present as well.
Yes, that's a very important point to remember, because we get a lot of tweets saying people are cutting, and they're not.
It's not like Formula 1 where you have to keep 4 wheels.
We're not the Nazi party that is the FIA.
Oh, controversial.
Well, I had to say it.
I think Johnson's going to have to run down into the final corner. He seems to have a better line through the penultimate corner, down onto the straight. He's right in the toe, 0.2 of a second gap. Yeah, he's pretty much got this down. He's just got to... Yeah, he's on the inside. As long as he doesn't lock up and take Carter out, he'll be fine.
We just have Mark Wicks overtaking Padler as well.
Mark Wicks.
Off camera. It's not a problem. It's quite far back. But there you are. James Johnson takes the lead of the race. I need to call him Jimmy Johnson then.
Roy Virgil and Jesper Tolberg and Adam Osger were all side by side going into the final corner as Virgil 5th position. Almost 3 wide. Oh, he's locked up. He's going wide. Tolberg's down the inside. Has the outside for turn 2. Virgil keeps it for now, but Tolberg is still on the inside. Getting squeezed right up against the line.
Hanging around.
Can he brake later? No, I think he's going to back. Oh, Osger! I think he might have out-braked himself a little bit there, but he thankfully had enough space to run off a bit. Looking, who else we got? Philip Morby is attacking Victor Silva for 12th and 13th position. Basic car. Carter's keeping on with Johnson for 1st and 2nd. 0.8 of a gap now, with 1.2 back to Terence Gretsch in 3rd. Ooh, side by side Ben Warren 8th and Neats 9th.
Yeah.
Oh, Neats has gone wide, and that's just let the Paul Joseph through.
That's Paul Joseph going right through, yeah. Not what you want to do in that corner. You've got to be careful with them when you're coming back on as well, because it can just spit you off a little bit, I found.
Of course, it's not running wide at the end of that corner. It's not as bad as the corner before, because if you get onto that curb, you get onto the gravel.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the thing about the gravel here is you don't brake, you just keep turning and hoping, because braking just really doesn't work for some reason.
Been a few more retirements. We have 3, 4, 5 retirements. John Monroe, Peter Borlak, Lewis Travis, Ollie Woods, and Matthew Clipp.
Morby just got really sideways out of the final corner, battling Silver. He managed to just about keep it. As we got some cars off in the background there at the final corner, I'll have a look to see what that's all about. It's Fadler and Hoekstra. Try and see what happened there. They were battling down into the final corner. Oh, and Hoekstra they were going different speeds through the corner, and Hoekstra just decided to wait for Fadler, which is very nice to see. Once you've spun someone, you should wait for them.
Yes, it's a gentlemanly thing to do.
It doesn't help massively, because you've still spun someone, but it's a nice gesture.
Yes.
But Hoekstra now has retired from the race as well.
I was going to say it's the difference. It could be the difference between getting penalised and not getting penalised, because the penalty system in GPVWC, I believe it's not only the person who is involved, but other people can report incidents, and they go to the disciplinary committee, who then review and penalise accordingly.
I penalise who I want normally, yes.
Yes, I have a feeling I may have one going my way for tomorrow.
You never know. Mark Wicks with Fran Lopez, I believe. No, it's Adrian Holmes, sorry, with Mark Wicks battling. And Holmes just, from wide and let Holmes through. 18th and 19th now.
Yes.
Someone's gone off massively.
Philip Morby's off. Philip Morby.
Bill Morby.
19th position.
Bill.
He was doing so well, and just he got onto the inside curb of the left-right, and it just spun him. Very unfortunate. He was up into the points at that moment. He's now battling for 23rd, side by side with Tommy Oyala. Oh god, moved out and almost took off his front wing.
I wouldn't have gone for that one.
You're
right.
Yeah?
You're right, yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good accent. High-pitched voice doesn't say so. Oh, we got Lopez and...
That's my frustration noise.
What's your frustration? Oh dear.
I don't use
So
it
many
often.
puns could be drawn from that one. No, I can tell. James Johnson still leading by 2.3 seconds still over David Carter.
Indeed. He's got
Gretsch seems to be
half a
catching
second.
Carter.
Yes, half a second between Carter and Gretsch. And then 1.2 back to Verzil and Schroten and Tolberg 5th and 6th.
I think Tolberg might be getting him in a minute.
Yes, Tolberg's gone down the inside. Or lining up the inside.
Later.
Braking late. He's got that done. I don't think
Clean
Schroten can
exit
get the
and-
cut back.
Pushing wide. There you go.
Yeah,
No, he's fine.
signed, sealed, delivered.
Very nice move.
Now,
Mr. Tolberg.
on to Roy Verzil for him.
Yes. If he can catch him now.
Our pole sitter is down in 7th position, Adam Oscar, with Ben Warren, Paul Joseph and David Junt behind. This isn't... The standings for the constructors isn't looking good for THR at the moment. I believe they were both behind, both Tanscanon drivers, race 1, and they're behind again. Well,
Maybe
It's
just
only-
not one of those races for them
it's only
two.
round 2. We've got another 15 to go after this, I believe.
We're 3 wide into the final corner. Wicks, Pelkonen and Gomez. And I think it's Mark Wicks who's come out the better one in all of that.
Pelkonen
Nicely
tried to
done.
get the run on the
I don't
outside
think
of the
it's
corner.
over.
Yeah, Pelkonen's got the slipstream.
There we go.
No, actually, Gomez has got the slipstream on
Gomez
Wicks.
is, it's not, yeah.
And they've just
Why?
massively caught up to James Kirk as well.
That Williams inspired livery, I believe. Very much looks like it from the blurry camera that I'm getting from RD Arbia.
What year, Williams? Is it 90?
It's the 93, that sort of
90
year, is it? It was a bit later than that. I didn't used to watch F1 back then.
Didn't you?
I was born in 93.
Oh,
I'm very
yeah,
young.
yeah.
I'm the young one.
I was watching it, but I was like 1. So,
Yeah. Wicks battles Kirk now, right onto the back of him, through the high-speed corners.
oh, Kirk's gone a bit
Better
wide.
than wide, yeah.
Let Wicks catch up. Do his double right-hander. Wicks has got a better line. Kirk's gone off. Didn't do a Petrov. He'll be fine. Still got his
Yeah,
steering.
no back pain. Yeah, as long as you still get your steering,
Oh
you'll be
god, I've
fine.
just seen Gomez just coming from the rear. Sorry, I was just looking at the
Wow.
overhead camera. And just Gomez, just approach. Ooh,
Yeah, scary bit.
Gomez has spun.
Oh no!
Gomez has spun, and Pelkonen's had to
He
take
might have
avoiding
got tapped.
action.
We've also got Carter, Versil, Gretsch all battling down into the final corner. 3 wide again.
And Carter's just been mugged by both of them.
Yeah.
And now Tolberg's right on the back of Carter. Virgil is going for Gretsch in the
Too
slipstream.
much action here.
Gretsch going very defensive, leaving just less than the car's width on the inside.
Also got
Virgil-
Oscar and Joseph side by side behind this, but we'll see how this goes for first.
But Virgil's got the inside for turn 2, and he spun all right from the Carter in Tolberg. And Schroten's also had to go around the outside. Roy Virgil down to 6th, 7th, as Ben Warren just says, thank you very much, I love that. And with Paul Joseph in, Adam Oscar side by side. Who's that also with? David Junt. Almost 3 wide.
Yeah.
Junt's just pulled back a bit, seeing that there's going to be maybe contact. And oh, that's a brilliant run.
And
from
that's what he
Junt.
does.
Playing it smart
That's what
there.
you've got to do. Very nicely done.
Sacrifice the entry for a better exit.
Looks like Katana are on hand to get their first podium. Tom Vanderbilt's team, Super League driver, he'll be happy with that. I'm sure he's watching somewhere. So we've got them, they're 3 of them. Look, Joseph with
Junt and Oscar.
Yeah, Junt.
Is that what you're going to say?
About him.
Oh, Junt! Very cheeky down the inside. Just illegal.
As long as he doesn't get pushed wide here onto that gravel. No, left enough room. Very nice.
And Junt's through.
That's good.
goes through
THR need
to
that. They're up
8th.
into 8th now.
Yes, but it's still losing points to Tanscanon at the moment.
But it's minimising it the most they can.
Yes.
And they're definitely doing that right now.
Indeed.
As Colball closes right up on Carter and takes a little look at him. Get back in the slipstream and go again. Doesn't look like he's got the straight line speed.
It's a lot more action in this race than there was in the first. And Tolberg just side by side. He might have the traction out of this corner. And indeed he does. And gets ahead before the line. David Carter, though, in the slipstream, pulling out, having a look on the outside. and he's just ahead.
They're far enough apart.
Tolberg just seems to have better brakes. Oh, cars
Yep.
just had to slam on the brakes there to avoid going
These
up
cars
the back
do
of Tolberg.
have very fine brakes. If you can master it, you can become very good.
Yes, I have been
Something you
talking
need
to
to
some people
say.
saying that the brakes are very sensitive and very rearwards.
Yeah.
I've
Just
never
try
had
and
that
sort it out.
problem. I've never had that problem whilst testing these cars.
Oh.
I just seem to find the perfect balance. Just stamp
Oh, I
my
just
foot
lowered
down.
it loads.
What, the pressure?
Yeah, I put the pressure down to about 60% and just,
60? I'm running at 85.
yeah. Well, they're not like my Super League brakes.
Mate,
That's all I'm
you
going to
need
say.
to turn your pedals at like a 30-degree angle. That's
Yeah.
doing it.
Or get your friends to move them.
Oh, yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah.
That really annoyed me. Going back
As
on
we got
Skype,
Gomez and Pelkin and stuff.
seeing my name
Yes.
changed and then my pedals moved. Oh, I
It was
not
a
happy.
brilliant idea.
Yeah, actually telling my brother's girlfriend to do it as well. As
She loved it.
Mebius is having a look at Nisa for 11th position. Mebius brakes late, going around the outside, can't quite get it done. Corners are very short. But Nisa stays ahead for now. Let's have a look. Looking, James Johnson's got a huge gap, 6-second gap back to Terence Gretsch in second, Jesper Tolberg third with almost 2 seconds between him and Gretsch.
Two RTS cars battling with now Roy Virgil, who's caught up. Roy's going for the TV side.
Oh, bit of
Hits Ben
contact,
Warren, who's
and,
not having any
and
of it.
Schroten's side by side with Virgil.
Nice move, Ben. Took both two cars then. His teammate and Roy. Once Roy got past him.
Just saying, with Racing Team Schroten battling with Roy Virgil, you just hope that they don't come together. As
So they look like they're going to.
as Virgil manages to get past Ben Warren and is now eyeing up Carter.
More than
as you can
likely
keep-
past the driver, so I would imagine that was going to happen.
When did
Oh, I do
Virgil
love
start? I can't quite remember.
You would ask me that now, wouldn't you? I wasn't in commentary cameras and juggling all this, I'd tell you. Hang on.
It was just kind of a question I didn't expect an answer
He
to.
started 10th.
Ah,
He was 10th in the last race, so he started 10th.
fair enough. So he's
Quick
made up 5
maths there.
positions. As Carter's
Did
gone
he?
down. Yeah. Well, huh?
Well,
I don't know. Ben,
you're doing fine.
Ben Warren looking at Virgil for 6th and 5th. Looking to see if there's any closer battles than this.
Yeah, we got Kirk and Wicks were a bit close just then, but they've separated now. 18th and 17th and 16th.
Oh, James Kirk's gone a bit wide. And Mark
That seems to
Wicks is
happen a
catching up.
lot.
Yeah. Well, oh, Mark, wait, oh God,
Break, Mark,
that-
break!
They're
Throw
on the
the
left.
anchor! Just stop the bleeding thing. Adrian Holm and Fran Lopez battling for 14th position. THR still trying to gain some more points to minimise the gap loss between them and Tascana Racing as he takes the line.
And
Thank you very much, Mr. Lopez. Who
Great inside overtake there by Adrian Harm.
No, as you would expect from one of the THR elite.
Virgil's managed to get past Carter. And Warren is now on the back of Carter in the slipstream. We could see 3 wide here going into turn 1.
As Lopez has taken Holm back as well off camera.
Oh,
Oh, nice move, Ben.
yep,
Throw it on David
indeed.
Carter.
I was about to say that. Oh, I wanted to click on Ben, not... Oh, hang on. David Junt. I saw a change there. I might have been Paul Joseph and Adam Oscar. They're still battling over 9th and 10th position. Very close. Within a 10th of it. Oh, God, they were within 9 thousandths heading across the start-finish line.
Pretty close then.
You can't get any closer than that, really, can you?
Well, no. What we expect here, though, this is why you come to GPVWC, Close Racing Action. GPVWC.com.
Indeed.
Another shameless plug from us.
If you'd like to get involved, head over, sign up, head onto the forums, introduce yourself, and people will start helping you get set up. And of course, we had the Open Series before this, which is just a turn up and drive. So if you'd like to,
If you aren't going to drive, that's where you go.
yep,
Show your talent. Hopefully, team managers then will see you and take you on.
indeed, indeed. I don't know if it's worked yet, but here's hoping.
I think it's working. I think it's doing quite well.
There's Nate, Mike Schroten, and David Junt. Junt's looking for more points. Still
Getting greedy.
behind Schroten. Trying to go around. Oh God, he got a bit wiggly, breaking on the curb. in
Tolberg.
tow. And Junt side by side with Schroten. And I think Junt's got this down. Oh, Schroten might try and go for the cutback, but no, Junt's got it down. As long as he's got a better top end speed than Schroten, which looks like they're parallel. No, Schroten's closing back up. Closing up, he's going to the outside. Tolberg and Gretsch.
Second, third.
Oh god.
Unchanged.
Yeah, they're a lot closer. Tolberg
Schroten now is behind Junt. And I expect Junt to pull away now. As we're on the final lap as well. It's all coming to an end, this. Wait, yes.
Sorry, I'm just not paying attention. There's so much action, I can't keep track of what lap we're on.
You're just loving it too much, that's the problem. Being greedy.
James Johnson, he's got a healthy 8-second gap back to Terence. He's got Tolberg right on the rear of him. Tolberg with his amazing brakes, we could see something done.
I'm sure it will.
Tries to go for the outside. No, Terence brakes around the same time. Manages to still get the car turned in, which is amazing work. Of course, Roy Virgil also catching up as well. I think Tolberg's trying to take the racing line, try and get a more straighter approach into these corners. Oh, Virgil caught right up then. You could see a three-way battle coming down to the final corner, but James Johnson comes around the final corner to take his, I believe it's his second win in GPVWC for Formula Challenge. Let me just yes, it is his second win.
Bounding across the line, it's Rich who takes it.
Takes second from Jesper Tolberg in third. Roy Virgil takes fourth. Ben Warren fifth. David Carter sixth. David Junt seventh. Mike Schroten eighth. Paul Joseph ninth. And Adam Osger 10th. He started on pole position. Of course, a lot of action going on in that race, wasn't there? Spins.
Fran Lopez just lost out to Holm.
Fran Lopez just lost out to Adrian.
He lost out to Holm. He'd been holding him back for like a couple of laps, and I was very impressed with Fran Lopez, but obviously Holm managed to get through. But well done anyway for holding him up. Well, not holding him up, but you know what I mean. Keeping him behind.
Indeed. So that is race 2 completed. With well, we're just waiting for the final few cars. Marco van den Broek, Ben Hackerson, Matthew Williams 25th, Philip Morby, his teammate 26th, Rick Scott, Sam Jones, and Simon Smith.
Oh.
Not last. Ben Willis.
Well, there you go then.
A lap down.
He'll be happy with that.
Waiting for Simon Smith to come on the final corner now.
I'll leave the broadcast on just for him. Here he comes.
Alright, let me just write down the
There he
names
is.
of who won.
On the room.
Johnson. Rich and Jesper Tolberg.
And we'll see if anyone pops in for a little chat with us.
Yes.
I doubt they will, because we're awful people. There you go.
No, we're not awful people.
Well,
I'm kind of hoping that nobody comes in because I have nothing prepared to talk to them about. Except congratulations, how do you feel?
yeah, we'll just ask them that. Anyone who comes in, we're just going to ask them how they feel and say congratulations if they did well. So we'll have a look now, see what's going on. Give it a couple of minutes. Drivers have to get out of R Factor.
Yes, I might as well close R Factor now since racing's done and I've got the names written down of the winners. I think after that round, James Johnson does indeed increase his lead over Robert Wiesemuller. Didn't quite see where he finished, but what did Wiesemuller take part? I don't think he did. I'm unsure, but it is certain that Tanskanen are pulling away from THR.
Excellent.
But yes, 2 rounds in, 15 to go. Next round is Bahrain, another very hot place.
Oh, excellent. Just what we want. More heat.
I also did see that Matthew Williams, Philip Morby, and Pelkonen, I don't think they pitted. I think they learnt their lesson from race 1 and decided not to pit this race. No, we're just waiting to see if interview.
Bring James Johnson in.
So we now have. Look, stop jumping channels. We now have race 2 winner James Johnson in the commentary booth with us.
Excellent. That's the right reaction.
James, you are of course leading the championship going into this round, and with a second place and of course a win in race 2. Well done on that. I will say congratulations. How are you feeling about the race wins and also your championship contention?
Yeah, I really weren't expecting to win race 2 from a. It weren't. It was a bit of a surprise getting through all that mess at the start, and then finding yourself in 7th and then making it through to 1st. But yeah, I think at the moment I've got a bit of luck going my way at the moment, but I think I definitely can go for the champion. Well, this year, so yeah. Bad.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in that. One other question. How were the tyres? The track temperature was very hot, 40, 41 degrees. How did the tyres feel over the duration of both races?
They were much better in race 2, but I weren't really pushing as much. But in race 1, I don't know what happened. My tyres just fell apart on me near the end, and then I had Jesper all over me. But in race 2, I could pretty much pull away and then just look after them. The front left was taking a massive beating. It's a bit crazy. Don't expect to see any more this year, hopefully.
Did you ever consider pitting throughout the races, or in the build-up to this round? Did you ever consider a pit strategy?
It did depend on the ambient temperature, to be honest. It was 30, but if it was 35 as it was earlier in the week, the temperatures on the track would have been at least 5 plus. So yeah, it was a bit of a concern at the start of the week, but by the end I weren't too bothered or too worried about pitting.
Any questions, Lewis?
No, I'm all good.
You're all good? Well, congratulations on your win, James, and hopefully you have many more throughout the season.
Yep.
Woo. Right, we now move on to Jonathan Holmes. You got 3rd place in race 1.
Second.
Second?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have got my bloody... I do apologise.
Dear.
I believe I was in 3rd.
It was very close leading up to that. I must have got the names wrong. I do apologise, but 2nd place then. Congratulations on that. How did the round go for you in both sets of races? Of course, we did see that you weren't in the top group in race 2. I believe there was a bit of argy-bargy going on.
The first race went really well. I got a really good launch actually, like blitzed Peter off the line. Dived to the inside and took the apex to the first corner. James managed to get down into 3rd place, so we were both pretty happy about that. But our set, we sort of used, I don't know, we had good speed, but Peter had better cornering than us round the fast left-right. He was able to keep right on my tail, and he did overtake me, and I thought I'll just let him go because he's gonna fly ahead. But it turned out that he pulled a 1.5 second gap, and I held it for a good 6 or 7 laps until I think his tyres started to go, and started to gain in on him. And at about lap 11, I pulled it back down to about 0.9 of a second, and I realised, I can actually do this. So I kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and onto the last lap, I think it was down to about 0.5, something like that. So all it needed was a little mistake from him, and I've been right on his tail. And I think he made a slight mistake or was slow accelerating. I got right all over the back of him, But then again, through the fast left right and then the two right-handers after that, he manages to get just that good enough gap, so I can't get to the back of him on the slipstream down the two straights. But second place behind Peters, I'm very happy with that. That's good.
Well, congratulations on that once again.
Thank you very much.
We heard that from James that he was struggling with tyre wear in race 1 towards the end. Were you having the same sort of issues?
No, I think my tyre wear actually went okay. I don't know how, but I set my fastest lap on the very last lap by half a second. So I don't know whether that was to do with a bit of toe, but the tyre wear for me seemed to be okay.
Right. Thank you very much for being with us, and
That's all right.
congratulations on your second place in race 1.
Thank you.
We now have David Carter in the commentary booth with us. David, we saw that you got 18th in race 1 and 6th in race 2 after the reverse grid. You were leading for a few laps, but after faster guys catching up and all that, you seem to kind of drop off a bit. But 6th place, very well done. And how did the races go for you?
Well, thank you for a start. Well, qualifying to start with, in race 1, I was about over a second off what I should have been, so I qualified lower than what I expected to. And I had a pretty good start in the race 1, and got myself into a points paying position, but then hit Mike Schroten and then spun by myself on the way to turn 4, so I was a bit disappointed with that, so finished 18th. Started 3rd on the grid for race 2 after the reverse grid, and I felt pretty confident in myself, but I knew I wouldn't actually win the race because I'm not exactly, as most people probably know, the fastest driver in the world. But yeah, I feel great after the result like that, and I'm just first of all thank James Kirk for letting me drive for his team Enterprise. That was basically I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and also grateful for the fact that I was racing with some of the best sim racers in, well, as far as I'm sim racers in the world. So I'm just very happy and very grateful for the experience.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on your 6th place once again.
Thank you very much.
Will you be taking part in next round? Quick question.
Well, I hope so. I mean, today was alright until that bloody JJ got past me. I was quite happy, but well, if someone's feeling generous and they don't mind having a spanner in the team, then it's be my guest.
Well, very well done. We wish you the best of luck in the forthcoming rounds.
Thank you very much.
Next, we move on to Ben Warren, who I believe in race 2 you came. I'm just trying to have a look here. 5th, indeed, and in race 1, 8th. So very good points for you in this round. Any complaints going through the races? I mean, we did see a bit of argy-bargy in race 2, and we also saw some great overtaking manoeuvres from you and others around.
None at all, really. I mean, the higher you qualify, the more sort of better drivers you're around, more trustworthy. It was all fine with me personally.
So you had no problems whatsoever? Any issues with tyre wear or, I don't know, fuel? Or was it just a standard race?
Yeah, it was pretty standard, to be honest. I made a conscious effort in the pre-race just to work on the tyre wear, because that was the big issues trouble I've had in the past. But no, it was pretty good, to be honest. Qualifying was the main problem with the temperatures. I hadn't done much practice with temperatures over 40, and I struggled a bit then, but I adapted well in the race. And yeah, it went all smoothly.
Fair enough, and congratulations on your points haul. I believe it's close to 15 points, if I'm correct. I was just doing quick math. But congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck for the coming rounds.
Very much.
And with that, we have no more people to interview, so I think we're going to call the broadcast here, aren't we, Lewis?
I think so. I don't think there's anything else to say, is there?
Apart from thank you very much for watching, thank you for joining us on this evening of racing, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Another set of 2 races, and it's going to be hot, hot, hot from what we predict. So,
Yes.
thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.